Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Bamboo Corner podcast. This is our very first Capstone edition. I'm super excited today. Today is all about Capstone. It's all about footprints, quests, and Greenstone. And I'm here not alone, obviously. I'm accompanied by one of our grade 12 student. He's going to share all about his journey from footprints, quests, all the way to Greenstone. To kick things off, I am going to introduce Hartley.
Hi, my name is Hartley. I'm a green school student. I've been here since third grade, from Canada, America, and super happy to be here. Super honored to be on the very first podcast.
Yeah, so this is going to be a fun but yet inspiring. So we want to dig in some of your memories from grade 3.
Yep.
And all the way to grade 12. So that's you've been here for quite a while.
Yeah, been here a minute.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe for the first time, for the first section, we want to talk about your journey from primary school until grade 12. Is there any memories that you can still? Yeah.
A lot of memories. I mean, I remember when this gym was concrete tiles and the nets were made out of bamboo, you know?
Right.
Like not the nets, but the backboards.
Yeah.
So I've definitely seen the school go through a lot of changes. I think mostly for the better, but memories, yeah. I mean, I remember being part of remember LEAP? There was the LEAP program,
right.
Which was amazing. It was super fun where you got to kind of do less classes, but you were working with up in the iHub when it just opened, doing projects. I remember we made a digital tour of the Tool virtual tour.
Nice. Yes.
So that was super fun. I remember building dams in middle school, doing my footprints quest, Greenstone, working on that, which has always been super fun.
Do you remember any of your teachers from primary?
Teachers, of course, yeah. Gotta shout out Pak Ollie. He was my 5th grade teacher. He's still here. I see him strumming the ukulele all the time.
Nice.
Super nice to see him. Yeah.
And then, is there any memories that you can think of from your classmates?
Classmates?
Yes.
Yeah,
back
that's a good
in
question.
Your primary school.
Primary. Those ones are a bit harder to remember, but let me think. Let me dig into the memory bank here.
It's been quite a while, right?
Been quite a while, yeah.
10 years though.
10, yeah, third grade, 10
9
years.
9 to 10 years,
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just it's such an amazing experience overall to have gone to a school like this for especially my formative years.
Right. And then you started your very first Capstone project here, Footprints. Can you share us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I started, which eventually became my Footprints, my quest, and my Greenstone. Not to brag, but the first time there's been one that's gone through all 3.
Yes.
And I started that in 4th grade. It's called Towel Boy. It's a sustainable clothing company with a focus on circular economy.
Nice.
So I get towels secondhand towels from outer islands here, like Bao, Sumatra, Medan. I kind of bought them all here already, so not too many here anymore. And then I get them here and I work with local seamstresses to make them into clothing.
Yeah.
And then I sell those mainly offline when I go back to Canada. And 10% of all profits go back to the local community here. So it used to be the LSP, or just any other local impact places I think are good for Talboy to donate to. And I think that if you're in a place that's not your home and you're working there, you should really be giving back to the community there.
Yeah, actually, that is a really good point because Greenstone Bali is not only about the student's journey, right? It's just also make a big impact to the world, which is our mission statement. And it's just amazing here. Since I joined Greenstone Bali as well, I've learned a lot here. It's just not about students, not about parents, not about our staff, but also a bigger community, local community here in Bali. And then our students, our parents, our staff, all of us as a community of learners always go, even for the Capstone projects that our students are doing, they always go and share these amazing initiatives and make a big impact and make a really good impact to our local community. So kudos for you for that project. And let's go to your Quest project.
Yes. Quest. Well, I did my Quest in 2020. So it was definitely a bit different because everything kind of got switched up. I I did in kind of format like this, where I was standing up in front of a camera, in front of 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
Where versus doing it in the usual format of in front of a couple hundred people in the SENCAP.
Yeah.
So in that way, it was a little bit different. But other than that, it was just such an amazing experience. You know, I had a fashion show, which was going to be in person at the Quest.
Yeah.
But I ended up doing at my house, and then I showed it virtually, just the video of it.
Yeah.
So I did kind of a 50-50 split. I showed my fashion show with the new designs I've been working on. And then I talked about fast fashion and the effects of it on the environment. So that was the main topic of my quest, which is definitely going to be coming into my Greenstone a little bit.
Yeah.
But that it was much more of a focus talking about how bad it is for the environment.
Right. Well, you mentioned that this is going to connect with your Greenstone. Might as well continue on that.
Yeah.
What is the continuity and what is the correlations between your quest and your Greenstone?
So my footprints, quests, and Greenstone are all based on Talboy. I find each year has a different, not each year, but each time there's been a different theme.
Yeah.
So this year I'm focusing on the power of choice.
Yeah.
How everybody has a choice to buy sustainably. And now more than ever, because it's harder for these companies to kind of hide what they're doing. You know, everything's on our phones. You can look up whatever.
Yeah.
So I think the power more than ever is now in the hands of the consumers. So you have the choice to make a difference.
Yeah.
And that's a big topic I'm really trying to swing home for my Greenstone.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to be, like my quest, I try to switch it up a little bit. So instead of just doing all speech, I'm going to start with a documentary.
Yeah.
Have my speech, and then finish it off with a fashion show.
Yeah.
So super excited about that.
Wow, super, super nice. And then you mentioned like this is also like this is one of your ways to contribute to our local community and well to the big community as a whole, like from to the world. But I also wanna touch base on your journey as well, because yes, at the end of the day, this is about your journey. This is about your learning experience as well, right?
Yeah.
If you can mention some of the most important things that is really affect your learning journey while you're doing your project.
Well, I'm very adamant on the fact that I don't think I would have been able to do any of this if I wasn't at Green School. Green School is so supportive. If you have a dream, a passion about something, they're so supportive for you to go out and keep doing that, and they'll give you the resources and the encouragement to do that.
Yeah.
So I think that's been one of the biggest takeaways. I find that Green School, it can be the level that you put yourself to.
Yeah.
If you want to work really hard and do everything do all the extracurriculars and really try to push yourself, then this is the best school in the world, I feel, for that. Because there's no other school that would allow me to take time off to run my business.
Nice.
Or, you know, have so many amazing people here who I could talk to, work with. I mean, back in primary, I was actually working with Pak Muri, who made the costumes for the school plays.
Yeah.
So the school said, oh, you can come work with Pak Muri and he can help sew your designs.
So your design, yeah.
So I think that was just super important for me to feel that support.
Nice.
That's been super impactful for me.
And then you mentioned about teachers. Can you share a little bit more about the teacher's role here in supporting you in your Greenstone project?
Yeah. I mean, Ibu Harriet has been super amazing. Also, I've got to shout out my mom throughout all of this. She's been the rock. Ibu Harriet, I think for all of grade 12 has just been, she knows she knows every one of our Greenstones, front, back, left, right, and center. Yeah. So she's always been super important for that. And then just like I was saying, all the teachers that are super supportive of it. I don't think there's a teacher here who hasn't come up to me and said, oh, I love what you're doing with your business, and given me some feedback on what I'm doing. Yeah. So I think every teacher here is just super important, and love them all.
Absolutely agree. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but like in Green School Bali, I this is also something that I picked up working as a staff here. I can see that our community is just like supporting each other, and then it's not about, because we all went to our high school,
Yeah.
and I always wish that I had this for my high school, because back in the day, like our teachers are like demanding us to go in certain ways, right? Well, that's my experience, but coming to Green School Bali, and I can see in Green School Bali, like it's not about standardized education. Is not about, okay, this is when you want to do something, this is the success way, this is the only way. In Green School, I think it's more about opening up pathways for the students, right? And then just like supporting on what you're passionate about, and then like what do you want to learn more in your journey here, right?
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it.
Yeah, and then I also want to ask you about some of your memories, if you can digging out into like high school, because
High school,
I would love to go back to high school if I can.
Yeah.
Can you share like maybe like fun stories, or just funny stories with your friends?
Well, I remember when we went to Bamboo Inda all as a grade, and we did the rice paddy walk with John Hardy.
Nice.
And then at the end, we finished off by all going in the pools. That was super great. I love when the school has stuff where the whole grade can get together and do something, because you end up hanging out with people you wouldn't normally hang out with.
Yeah.
People you might not be as close with. But when you're put in those situations where you're all going on a rice walk, or going in the pools, having lunch together, I love the community aspect here. So
yeah,
that was super
well,
great.
this is something I also love about Green School. And then also like not only you get to like experience that with your other grades, but also like our like we've been saying all of this time, is about community, right? And it's also parents support, and then also the staff. Can you share a little bit more about the staff?
The staff,
Yeah. What kind of relationship do you have with our staff here?
The staff, like the staff in just in general?
Yeah, staff in general, like support staff, or operational staff. Is there any experience that you have during your journey from grade 3 until grade 12?
I mean, over the course of the 10 years I've been here, I've never had a bad experience with any staff member.
Nice.
Everybody's just super kind here, whether it's somebody working in the gardens, somebody working in admissions management, the student bank, free coffee. I find that every time I go and talk with them, it always puts a smile on my face.
Nice.
So yeah, everybody here is just super nice.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a staff, but also I'm also working a lot with our students and teachers, and it's a joy here.
Yeah.
So let's go back to your Capstone journey. If I can ask you, what are your biggest takeaways? Yeah, that you got from your journey. I mean, you're still doing your Greenstone, but obviously there's a few takeaways that you can take from Greenstone, but also the projects that I mean, this is like a series of continuity between your footprints to your Greenstone. Can you share a little bit more about biggest takeaways that you can get from this journey?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's always going to be massive struggles. Like there's been so many times when I've wanted to throw in the towel, wanted to, give it up. And I think it's super important to realize that you don't always have to be working on it 24/7.
Yeah.
It's good to take breaks, to relax, but you should always keep that door open.
Yeah.
Like never, I don't want to say never give up because it's kind of cliche, but I think never give up, I would say. Yeah,
it's never cliche about that.
Yeah.
We always come back again. You know what they say is like it's not about how many times you fall, it's how many times you can get up.
Exactly.
So never give up. And then that's actually a really good point. Is there any other takeaways that you would like to share?
Yeah, maximize, especially if you're here.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Maximize the people that are here, because there's so many people here that have come from everywhere around the world.
Yeah.
It's so international. So and so many people here have amazing life experiences.
Yeah.
And everybody here has, I feel like, an expertise in something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that, this person is super good at the ukulele. This person's super good,
Right.
knows fashion. This person knows, the music industry. Like everybody, there's Green School's such a good community, so
Oh, yeah.
strong that if you say hey, there'll be 20 people back saying hey.
Yeah.
So I think, but that just goes for life in general. Never, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. Because I struggle with that sometimes. I'm like, oh, I can do this all by myself. But then when I actually reach out and say, oh, hey, can I get some help with this? It always there's never a downside for asking for help.
Exactly. Wow. That's, yeah. I think that is a really good thing. And I also wanna touch base on, like, you mentioned that you have challenges. Obviously, everybody
Yeah.
will have challenges, but can you share, like, how do you overcome your challenges? I mean, this is what do you call it? Like, maybe you can also, like, say that as a cliche question, but, like, I think this is one of the biggest important lesson when you can overcome your challenges. Can
Yeah.
you share a little bit more about the challenges?
Yeah, for sure. For me, when I'm faced with like a problem, I like to think, what's the root of this problem, and what are the ways I can go about breaking it down.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just looking at the whole big picture, sometimes it can get overwhelming. But it's like, oh, this problem's being caused because this is happening, and then I can help with that by doing this.
Yeah.
But then I can first do this.
Yeah.
So instead of just thinking, oh, there's this massive problem that I'm facing right now, I can't get any towels. There's no more towels.
Yeah.
Then instead just think about, oh, who can I call, or where have I gone before, and who has helped me before. Just kind of
Yeah.
break down. I like to put stuff into steps
Nice.
or different ways you can go about it. Because,
Cool.
yeah.
That's
down.
very nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think every project, every journey will have their own challenges, and then, like you said before, never give up. And it's not about how many times we fall; it's about how many times we get up, right? And I think that gives you a really, really good growing experience coming from Footprints and all the way to Greenstone. So we want to play a little bit game, these or that. So I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna give you two options, then you're gonna pick, and then you can give us the reason why. So your Greenstone is about entrepreneurship. Can you, if you were given a choice between startup or a non-profit?
I'd say startup.
Why?
I feel like that has more longevity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in order to give money to support, you also need to be able to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be more self-reliant and not have to be relying on other people to
Nice.
donate or stuff like that. I think both are amazing, but for me, startup.
This is grade 12. This is grade 12. This is not on a graduate degree students. Like, okay, this is Green School has done a really, really great job. Well, you've done really, really great job. Online or offline store?
Offline, because I feel like especially my brand has such a story behind it that I really love getting to know a person and talking to them about it. And even if they don't want to buy, they still learn about fast fashion and the detriments of it and making more conscious clothing decisions.
Good thinking. Very nice. Okay, last one. Market research or product design?
Market research or product design? That's a good question. I've definitely done a lot more product design, so I'd have to go with product design to be honest. I spend a lot of time working on new designs and just always expanding the collection.
Nice. Well, that's about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Maybe to close things, if you can share, it's like a summary of your journey here. I mean, it's not the end yet.
Yeah.
But from grade 3 until now, if you share like a summary of your experience or of your learning journey here.
Learning, that's a good question. I've been to other schools, and every time that I've been at them, I've just always wanted to come back here. Whether it's been before I was here, after I left for a little bit, 9th grade in COVID.
Yeah.
And I just always wanted to get back here. It's the only school where I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I can't wait to go to school. Or when it's the weekend or when it's holidays, I'm like, I can't wait for it to be over so I can go back and see my teachers, see my friends.
Well, it's totally different than my journey. It's like I didn't want to go to school back in my time, but this is always something special about Greenstone Bali and its students and community, we always wanted to get, like, every time we get up in the morning, we always excited to come to the school. So thank you so much, Hartley. So this has been a really, really great conversation. It's just all about never give up, overcome your challenges, and always giving back to the community, and always ask for help. Like, we are all here as one community, and everybody will be there to help on your journey. So it's been great. Thank you so much, and see you on our next episode.
Thank you.
Thank you.